Hey everyone, welcome back to Walt and Sarah's channel. Today we are going to figure out if we can use heat transferred vinyl to make that awesome, technically called screen print confetti. So let's try using some vinyl. This is just stuff that I've gotten off of Amazon. Again, it is heat transferred vinyl. Sorry, a little tongue twister there when you're trying to speak fast. So here what I'm doing is peeling off that protective plastic layer, because obviously once we cut up these little pieces, we're not going to be able to pick off the teeny tiny pieces of plastic. So, and this is my magic little cup where all of the cutting is going to happen. If you haven't already, make sure you check out the video of how to actually make the proper screen print confetti using old screen prints. But I actually had a couple people now ask, can I use heat transfer vinyl? And you will see up close and personal the final result. I'm not going to spoil the ending because I want you guys to watch the video, but there is definitely a difference between the two different heat transfer type of material. So again, I'm making this Grinch Christmas shirt. I just bought this image off of Etsy because I thought it was really cute. If you're interested, I can drop a link in the description because it is a really nice picture. Try to give credit where credit is due. So I'm just taking off little slices, and I have to throw this out there. I do apologize because my tripod actually broke. So the angles aren't really great. I'm kind of doing this on the side. So I'm actually sideways cutting this up. That's why you can't see it. And I'm trying to get things back into the center here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Ugh. Struggle was real. It is really hard to peel off the vinyl when it's not heated up. So there we go. I got my traditional Christmas colors, and this is just leftover vinyl, little scraps and little squares. This here, you can see where I cut out a name, and rather than waste all of this, I'm gonna use it for our experiment. And I figured the glitter is going to really send this off to the next level. So this one's a little bit easier to peel once I'm able to find the edge. And then we just add it to our cup and start cutting away. This is what it looks like in the cup. These are the colors that I'm going to be using. These are just standard scissors. They're not the greatest, they're not the sharpest. I'm trying really hard. And the first thing I notice is that the vinyl does not cut as easily as the screen print material does. That stuff, you know, you use dull scissors, slices through it like butter, because technically all it is that ink, which really is paint, but we'll call it ink. So then I started to get fancy, and I was like, well, what about these jagged edged scissors that I have, because they are pretty heavy duty. And I got a really cool design, especially like a Christmassy kind of zigzag there. So here I am struggling, and then it clumped up real bad. So, I mean, there is the tip that somebody left on the other video where they said use a coffee bean grinder, and it just mixes it up real easy for you. And let me tell you, at that point, I was really hoping or wishing that I had one. Then I had these scissors that I use for embroidery, and they are super, super sharp. So I kind of use them to finish it up. And you'll see, I didn't make you sit through the whole chomping video or chomping part of this video, but that's what I came up with. And I thought it looked so good. It was like Christmas in a cup right there. So I was really excited to actually see if this works, because if it did, I mean, I can make some really cool shirts to sell. Alright, so I'm not going to have you sit through the sublimation process, because most of you, if you're already here, you know how to sublimate a shirt. That's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother lesson. Go check out our t-shirt making playlist if you need help with sublimation. And of course, I'm always here for questions. But so I just sublimated this image, mirrored onto a 100% polyester shirt. This is a Jersey's 100% polyester sports gray t-shirt, size large. Again, this image here, the holiday cheermeister, that came from Etsy. Love it, with the leopard print in the background. Definitely going to be using this for shirts, but I really purchased it because I figured it would go good with our Christmas themed confetti. And it just, I don't know, I had this vision in my brain when I saw it and had to have it. So here I am. I'm just sprinkling around the confetti, trying not to put it onto the center image. That's just a general rule of thumb. Usually with this stuff, less is more from what I've noticed in my own experience and other people's work that I've seen and have really admired. Less is more. So I kind of clumped it up here and did a lot because I really wanted to see how it would hold up and what it would look like once it was pressed. So I did put a little bit, I don't want to say too much, but more than I would have if I was using screen print confetti. But I'm just so excited to see what the glitter press looked like, because I think that's going to be like the best end result, and it's really going to make this shirt go off to a whole nother level. So here I am just trying to spread it out, make it a little bit even, because if this does work, this shirt is going right on Mercari for sale or right onto the website. So I want to make sure that I'm not just, oh, I'm just doing an experiment and costing the shirt. No, if this works, it's getting sold. If it doesn't work, it's getting worn by me or one of the kids. So yeah, so here we go. I'm covering this up, and all I'm doing is pressing for the recommended heat transfer time, which is 325 degrees for 10 to 15 seconds. So there you go. I did a little magic time jump there. 15 seconds later, dun, 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 what do we have? Let's see. Oh, the anticipation. Oof. Okay, so let's talk about this. As you can see, some of it is already not sticking, and that's okay because we kind of figured that was going to happen, right? We kind of knew that the heat transfer vinyl is only sticky on the one side. It's only going to adhere on the one side. I mean, not to mention that one side was shiny, one side was like not so bright. We definitely knew that there was going to be issues, and you see me touching it because it's sticky. So the side with the sticky stuff on there, the adhesive, clearly it's going to have a sticky leftover texture. So right now I'm trying to move it. I'm going to try to save this shirt. I don't want to waste it. Wasting is not good, right? So I'm just going to touch up the bottom parts again, and some of it's sticking up. So I'm going to press it again and hope that the rest of it sticks or the stickiness goes away. So I'm just going to leave it there for a couple seconds and see what our end result is, because this is all new. I've never done this before. I just want to see if it works. If it works, I know this opens up a lot of opportunity for other people to do this confetti. So hey, let's give it a try, right? So as you see, again, it's very sticky. We don't have that plastic covering for our vinyl, so I'm just using the parchment paper, which is different for what we do with heat transfer vinyl. So that's different. And it still has that sticky texture, which is exactly what I was afraid of. But yes, the sticky texture is there. Kind of hard to see, but there's pieces that are up. You can see me as I'm pulling up the shirt to show you that, yeah, can you get the idea? It's up. It's not down. It's not, did not adhere to the shirt how it should have if we were using it the proper way. So that's the one other disadvantage to using the vinyl. Like, yes, you get the image, it looks good, but overall that's not what the heat transfer vinyl is intended for. So in my opinion, stick to the screen print. Just order a screen print mystery pack, and whichever ones you don't like out of it, go ahead and scrape them off and chop them up and then put them on your shirt. I definitely recommend using screen print transfers instead of the vinyl. Thanks, guys.